and we're starting from the beginning again. And these hillbillies, they've got teeth. So let's see some blood. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Rob, and we're back to do the 2021 Wrong Turn remake. Reboot, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Director Mike P. Nelson directed this one, and he did VHS 1985 just last year, and that wasn't too bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't too bad. But he's got some promising things coming, I reckon. Now, let's be honest with you. The first time I watched this when it first came out in 2021, I was fucking angry. I was pissed and I was fucking angry. And I think I judged it too hard. Now that I've watched the other ones, I'm glad I've watched this again. So like I said, straight off the bat, the first thing I gotta say is if you want mutated hillbillies, you're not getting them in this movie. You're not getting them at all. And I was pissed the first time I watched it because I was like, where's my fucking mutated hillbillies? I want them. I was so angry. But after watching this again with an open mind and a clear mind, the directing and acting and everything about it is actually pretty good. And I'll tell you why. They set up two stories in one in this movie, with the group of friends being lost as one story and being hunted, and then the other story is the dad trying to find his daughter. Two stories that will unite. And you never think of this when you watch films about what is actually happening in the background when all these teenagers and all these horror movies that are getting killed. What's their family reacting like? What's happening at home? And now we get to see it in like two different stories of the dad looking for the daughter and where is the kid and all that. So it is pretty cool when you think about it. Just think about it like that. The footage is very nice and crisp on this movie. I've got to admit that the angles they did are very good, and the long distance shots, fucking fantastic. I think just the views itself. I didn't have a problem with the cast. They all acted very well. I didn't like all the characters. Some of the characters annoyed the shit out of me. But the character development was very good as well because they progressed. And we got to see different sides of them as they got angrier and more lost and all that crap. It can be slow in stages, but it's trying to tell a whole new story. So it was acceptable this time around. They kind of make you feel like you're actually in the situation with them, being hunted and being lost. And even in the situation with the dad looking for his daughter. And I'm a big camping man. I love camping, and wherever that bush is, that they filmed, I want to go there because it looks fucking beautiful when they did the long camera shots. Someone tell me in the comments where they fucking filmed it because it looks fucking beautiful. A few questionable choices from the director that did piss me off a little bit, where when the log is rolling down the hill, wouldn't you just run to the sides? Because it's rolling down, something's rolling towards you, you go off to the fucking side. Come on, man. It made them all look like idiots and the stupidity, and one did deserve to die because you're fucking running from a fucking rolling log. I would have just gone, step to the side. Oh, it missed me. It's just a movie, Rob. It's just a movie. So if you haven't seen this, sorry, spoilers. And it ends up being a cult, not a bunch of hillbillies. You can call them kind of hillbilly-ish, but he looks like Craven the Hunter or Conan the Barbarian. And I gotta say, this cult style that they've done in this actually fucking works. It actually really does work. Especially after watching the last 6 in a row. It's actually a good change not to have fucking hillbillies because the last couple were so fucking bad. I just had enough of the hill. And I wanted hillbillies when they remade this so badly, but it was just so good after watching those 6 because the number 5 and 6 were fucking terrible. And the hillbilly fucking makeup was terrible. So it was a good change, it was good. And the change puts a little bit of realism on the movie as well. So don't we want that in a movie when we're watching it, kind of, maybe? The first look of the cult when they're coming up from the bushes and stalking them with their fucking skulls, the fucking whatever animal, fucking deer or whatever skulls that they're wearing in the camo suits. First visual look at that and glimpse is fucking fantastic. I absolutely loved it. The deaths in this movie are pretty fucking top notch, I've got to admit. The kills are fucking good and brutal. And it was so good not to have any fucking CGI bullshit. The visually seeing the cult, the area where they live for the first time, I thought was fantastic and well done as well. It reminds you of fucking a town in the 1920s or a Conan the Barbarian movie. I thought that looked fantastic. The cult court, the courtroom, I thought was fucking written and directed fucking fantastic, that bit as well. It actually keeps you engaged and watching, and you want to keep listening as well. And the kill, and it's brutal. It's just fucking brutal in there. So once Jennifer and Darius are the last surviving of their group, and they've been forced to join the cult, the last 40 minutes of the movie now focuses on the dad looking for the daughter, which I thought the great split up was fantastic. The way it's done is so good. Because like I said, we never get to, we see all these horror movies, but we never see the parents looking for their kids, or even being upset, where's my kid? Where the fuck are they? We have twists, we have betrayals, we have fucking kills, we've got entertainment galore in this movie, and it sounds like I'm liking this movie. Sounds like you're promoting this movie, Rob, when you fucking hated it the first time you saw it, and I am. I'm telling you to watch it again with an open mind. Because this is not hillbillies just killing teens for no reason. This movie is a story. And isn't that what we want? The final 30 minutes of this movie is actually pretty intense. Just in case you haven't seen it and you are watching this all the way through, the ending, I'm an ending guy. The ending I really liked. It's pretty fucking fantastic. I don't want to spoil that for you, but the ending is pretty fucking good. Basic, but good. Before you destroy me on my new like and love for this movie, I really want you to watch it for a second time with an open mind. And I actually want you to watch all 6 original movies in a row. Then watch this one straight after you've watched 5 and 6. And trust me, you will enjoy this fucking movie. I think this movie personally would have got a higher score from the public and more love from the public if it wasn't called Wrong Turn. I think they actually could have done nothing. They wouldn't have had to change anything in this movie and just change the title, and it would have got a higher score. They didn't even need to call it Wrong Turn because it had nothing to do with hillbillies and all that, and they didn't even make a wrong fucking turn, really. They just got lost in the bush. I suppose it's a wrong turn. Either way, they didn't need to call it Wrong Turn, and it would have got a higher score. I fucking 100% believe that. The first time I ever watched this, I gave this a 4 out of 10 because I judged it before I watched it, basically, and I was so upset that there was no hillbillies. But this time around, my verdict is a blood popcorn rating of, I don't give a halves, I would have given it a 7.5, but I'm giving it a 7. I'm giving it a 7. It's not quite an 8, but the storytelling is fucking fantastic in this, with the 2 different stories that combine into one. I really recommend you watch this again and give it another chance, because I'm going to grab this one on Blu-ray now. And I kind of do hope they do a sequel, but no big deal if they don't. And the blood popcorn best kill in this movie for myself is the log in the face. He gets fucked up. And that's my favorite, because there was other brutal ones, but that's my favorite because you idiots could have fucking ran to the sides, but you fucking didn't. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. Like, subscribe, channel's growing, all because of you. Thumb up, please. I've just learned that it helps in the algorithm, so thumb me hard. Thumb me like no tomorrow. But thanks for joining me, really, for the whole Wrong Turn series, and we'll do some more series of horror movies all in a row. I've got some good ones on my list that I'm looking forward to watching again, but I've also got some other random shit that I've put down on my list that I'm looking forward to watching. So whatever I do, but just don't miss the podcast on Fridays with Adzi. That's good fun. A lot longer, but they're good fun. Regardless, like, subscribe, do what the fuck you want. I'll be back. See you.